Hello, and welcome to this political edition of Florida by the Numbers. I'm Alex Coelho, the Director of Data and Analytics at the Florida Chamber of Commerce, here to talk about what's happening in the political world across the Sunshine State as we kick off 2025. Since the November elections, a lot has happened in Florida politics as we've become the political epicenter of the nation. In addition to President Trump's victory, we've seen a number of Floridians appointed to key positions in the incoming administration. Susie Wiles, who ran President Trump's successful campaign, is the first female chief of staff in the White House. Indeed, we've seen Senator Marco Rubio appointed as Secretary of State and confirmed unanimously by the Senate last week. Rubio's open Senate seat was filled this past week by Governor DeSantis, as he appointed Attorney General Ashley Moody to fill the vacant U.S. Senate seat, and strongly has suggested that his Chief of Staff, James Othmeyer, may be the likely successor to Ashley Moody as Florida Attorney General. Other moves have seen 2 congressional seats open up across the state of Florida. And on Tuesday, special election primaries were held in the 1st and 6th congressional districts. In District 1, over in Pensacola, Florida CFO Jimmy Patronis won 2/3 of the vote in a 10-candidate field to win the Republican nomination, and is the likely winner in the April 1st general election in this heavily Republican district. In the 6th district, over on the Space Coast, Florida Senator Randy Fine won 5/6 of the vote against 2 candidates for the Republican nomination in this district, another solidly Republican district likely to be held by Fine in April's special election. These elections have spawned still further special elections, as Senator Fine, former House member Joel Rudman, and current House member Debbie Mayfield have all resigned from their seats, or are about to resign from their seat in the case of Mayfield, opening up 3 more special elections for the Florida legislature that will be taking place this spring. In House District 3, in Santa Rosa and Okaloosa counties, and Senate District 19 and House District 32, both based in Brevard County, special elections will be held, with primaries on April 1st and special general elections on June 10th, with qualifying for these seats happening next week. As developments happen in these 3 races, the Florida Chamber's political team will be continuing to keep you abreast of the latest developments in the ever-changing landscape of Florida politics and the Florida legislature. In addition to these special elections happening in 2025, we've already seen developments in the 2026 ballot landscape, particularly in the field of constitutional amendments. Here at the Florida Chamber, we're always constantly monitoring the latest developments and the latest filings of potential constitutional amendments to Florida's Constitution. And while there are 21 currently active, the most notable is a refile from the 2024 election cycle. The heavily contested adult personal use of marijuana amendment, defeated after more than $150 million spent on its behalf by Trulieve, has refiled a new adult personal use of marijuana amendment from the same sponsors for the 2026 ballot. This amendment has to begin the process over again, which requires signatures of 8% of turnout from the most recent presidential election, roughly 880,000 signatures across Florida. So while this amendment still has a long way to go, it is notable to see this fight about recreational marijuana being placed into Florida's Constitution continuing. In 2024, the Florida Chamber led the fight against the adult personal use of marijuana amendment, along with the governor and other key officials, standing on the principle that recreational marijuana had no place in Florida's Constitution, and will be continuing to monitor this amendment and other future filed amendments between now and February of next year, when signatures would be due. While the 2026 election cycle is only just now beginning to gear up, the Florida Chamber's political operations team here is already committed and working actively to continue to ensure pro-growth agendas and legislators are elected across the state. And we do this through a number of various ways. Our Florida Chamber Political Institute, The nonpartisan research arm of the Florida Chamber's Political Operations team is continuing to monitor and vet candidates across the state. In 2024, the Political Institute interviewed over 100 candidates in 5 locations across the state of Florida and looks forward to continuing this tradition in 2026. In addition to our Political Institute, our 2025 schedule of campaign training schools through our Florida Institute for Political Leadership will be beginning next month. And if you'd like more information on those schools, or if you or someone you know would be a great candidate to receive training in how to run an effective campaign, please contact Andrew Wiggins. And as always, if you'd like more information on how to get involved with the Florida Chamber's Political Operations team, please contact our Executive Vice President, Frank Walker. Additionally, the 2025 Florida Chamber Legislative Fly-In will be taking place on February 10th and 11th here in Tallahassee. You can hear more about the 2026 political landscape, what to expect in the upcoming legislative session, and to see the reveal of the Florida Chamber's 2025 business agenda by attending this year's fly-in. If you'd like to register to attend or to see the agenda or more information, please go to the Florida Chamber's website under the Events tab. And if you have any questions about this video or any of the latest developments in the Florida political landscape across the state, I'm always available to be reached at my contact information here. Again, on behalf of the Florida Chamber, I'm Alex Coelho, thanking you for helping us continue to secure Florida's future.